When did someone bully the wrong person? There was this kid at my high school named Connor who thought he owned the place. His dad was some big shot lawyer and his mom ran the PTA, so he basically got away with everything. Connor was team captain, had perfect grades that his parents probably bought, and a group of friends who kissed his ass constantly. His favorite target was this old janitor everyone called Mr. Pete. The guy was probably in his 70s, moved real slow and barely spoke any English. Connor would walk by and accidentally knock over trash cans, then watch Mr. Pete slowly bend down to clean it up. He'd throw food on the floor during lunch and say stuff like, "Oops, looks like Pedro has more work to do," even though the guy's name wasn't Pedro. The teachers saw it but never said anything. Connor's parents donated too much money to the school. Plus, he was headed to some fancy college on a football scholarship, so everyone just looked the other way when he was being a complete dick. One Monday, our principal announced we had a new student shadowing classes for the week. This guy walked in and he was definitely not your typical high school kid. He looked maybe 19 or 20, kept to himself, and had this long sleeve shirt that couldn't quite hide what looked like tattoo edges on his wrists. Nobody really talked to him. He just sat in the back of classes, took notes, and minded his own business. During lunch, he'd eat alone while watching everything going on around him. That Wednesday, Connor was having one of his usual fun sessions with Mr. Pete. The old man was mopping the hallway when Connor walked by and slipped, grabbing the mop bucket and spilling dirty water everywhere. Mr. Pete just stood there looking defeated while Connor and his friends laughed their asses off. The new kid was sitting nearby and watched the whole thing. He didn't say anything, just kept eating his sandwich, but his jaw was clenched tight. Later that day in gym class, Connor was telling his buddies about the mop incident. He started doing this fake accent, making fun of how Mr. Pete talked, calling him names I won't repeat. The whole time, the new kid was doing push-ups in the corner, not saying a word. Then Connor said something really nasty about Mr. Pete's family, and that's when the new kid stopped mid-push-up. He stood up, walked over to Connor, and said in this calm voice, "That's my grandfather you're talking about." The entire gym went dead silent. Connor's face went white, then red, then he tried to laugh it off. "Yeah, right, dude. Nice try." The new kid didn't smile. "His name is Pedro Hernandez. He raised me after my parents died when I was 8. He worked 3 jobs to put food on our table, including cleaning your rich kid messes at night. Coach Williams came over because everyone had stopped playing basketball to watch." Connor tried to act tough, puffing out his chest. "So what? I was just joking around. Can't the old guy take a joke?" That's when the new kid really lost it. He stepped right up to Connor and said loud enough for everyone to hear, "You touch him again, make one more mess for him to clean up, or say one more word about my family, and I'll show you what I learned in Afghanistan." Turns out the guy wasn't even a student. He was a Marine who'd just gotten back from deployment and was visiting his grandfather while figuring out his next move. The shadowing thing was just cover so he could spend time at the school during the day. Coach Williams separated them, but word spread fast. By the end of the day, everyone knew Connor had been torturing a war veteran's grandfather. The principal called Connor's parents for a meeting. Connor got suspended for a week. His parents tried to fight it, threatening to pull their donations, but too many people had heard what happened. The worst part for Connor was when his college recruiter found out. They pulled his scholarship offer. Apparently they don't want players who pick on elderly immigrants.